The year is 2020.
2020.
And we are going to discuss Color Out of Space, starring Nicolas Cage. You spring a link?
Yeah.
Quite excitement.
Yeah.
My name is Brian Lee. To my left,
Brand.
to my right.
Hey, you learned, Chris. Really?
I'm just I'm everything. I'm learning. I'm
You're
Like you've done this
sponge.
before.
Exactly. I know,
Everything
right?
and nothing. This episode, we're drinking. I'm very excited about this. Barrel-aged Dark Star from Fremont Brewery. Imperial Oatmeal Stout with spices aged in bourbon barrels. Limited 2018 release because beer matters. This year's release is a blend of 24, 18, 12, and 8-month bourbon barrel-aged Dark Star and 7 12-year-old Kentucky bourbon barrels. The roasted and chocolate malts complement smooth oats to bring you a stout delight wrapped in the gentle embrace of bourbon barrel-aged warmth. A touch of sweetness dances in the balance with hops to finish the wave, and then she's gone.
That's really interesting.
Wow.
I have not had this.
Wow.
Yeah, that's very complex.
Right. Yeah. It's all over the place, but not like bad all over the place.
Oh, that is all over the place.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And then it kind of just goes away a bit, like you
mean
said.
And then she's gone. Wow, that's
I know,
keeps
right?
going.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
My ASMR.
I've been watching a lot of chiropractor videos lately.
Yeah.
You see Dr. Bo Hightower.
That is a pretty great name.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny because most like the thumbnails are just like women with huge boobs.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Lots of crack though. Loud cracks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, either way, it's great.
bone.
Yeah. Either way is fine.
And then there was another guy who I was watching where like he like tries to like do like chiropractic videos, but like mixed with like ASMR. So it's like, and he was like this like young cheerleader. I'm like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
Or he was doing it on a young cheerleader.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's crack your neck.
Someone's got headphones on.
Yeah, I went to a chiropractor for like a year.
Really?
Yeah. I remember like the first like 1 or 2, it was super loud. Like you really, and then after that, you kind of needed to go back.
That's why I'm kind of,
That's why I was just like,
that's why I'm not totally sold on it
Yeah,
because it's,
yeah.
I mean, it's a temporary fix, but you have to keep going back.
exactly. So, I mean, it's like right now, I know I can use it just because I'm so like tense and tight in my shoulders and neck. But, you know, I'll go get, you know, if I want to go get a massage for $40 or something, go to like the,
I'll do it for free. Yum, yum.
For people who have not seen this movie, it just came out this weekend at the time of recording.
Yes.
Black keywords. So, New England,
Okay.
farmhouse,
Okay.
meteorite,
Yes.
psychotronic film.
Oh, what?
I don't know if that's just because it's like colorful.
That could be.
yeah,
That was my only guess.
possibly.
And then quick synopsis. A town is struck by a meteorite and the fallout is catastrophic. Which,
Yeah.
would you really say the whole town?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. And that doesn't make it sound like it's something I'd want to watch. I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I don't need to see that.
Bram, do you recommend Color Out of Space based on the H.P. Lovecraft short story?
Uh-huh.
It's a short story?
Yeah.
The Color Out of Space?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
We get
I like Nick Cage and I like Lovecraft. So
Yeah.
Is he the one who had a really racist name for his cat?
Lovecraft?
Yeah.
He might have. I know he was a racist for most of his life. From what I understand, at the end, he kind of had like, he turned a leaf. He's like, oh, I guess people aren't bad like that. But still, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence.
Yeah. So I wonder if for the same reasons.
No matter what, I
not trying to turn
love
you.
the story so much
Yeah.
that, I mean, they could have just it could have been green screen, and I would be like, yeah, this is great. You know,
the color green.
Yeah, I'm kind of like not like nor lie really too much for this one because I just love it. I just love it.
So did you read that
I've
short
bought
story?
like 5 times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it follow?
Kinda.
Yeah, I read the synopsis.
Yeah.
I cannot say that word. Synopsis.
Yeah, the synopsis.
I did not read the cinnamon. Yeah, I read the Wikipedia for like the short story.
Yeah.
And yeah, it seems like for the most part, it follows it. There's some small differences, but nothing that's like, oh, that's different.
And in the movie, they kind of maybe focus too much on certain parts and not enough on parts they should have focused on. The writing wasn't too great. You know, the movie, it wasn't an like a awesome, great movie. You know, it just wasn't out of like, they didn't blow out of the water, whatever. But for what it was, I think it was.
Yeah. So why are you on the fence, Brian?
I like the whole first half of the movie.
Oh, okay.
And then for some reason, once like the like purple like waves like started like something about the way it looked bugged me a little bit.
The purple wave was actually, that was the okay, you know, it was the life form.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But something about the way it looked, and it's funny because you obviously can't really do a practical effect with something like that.
Yeah.
Plus also, if something like that existed, I don't know how it would look.
Right,
So it's hard, but something about it, like, because like, I mean, the fucking ninja movie that we watched, like when the closet opens and like those lasers are,
right. Yeah.
was that Ninja 3?
The domination.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the way those looked was cool to me for whatever reason.
Because it was cheesy, campy,
Right.
you know.
So I don't know, maybe it just needed to be like more of like just like this bright, like brilliant light opposed to like, you know,
Swirly. Because
don't know why I turned into Stevie Nicks there.
So I've never read any of H.P.
Yeah.
Lovecraft, but
Okay.
yeah, that's the one thing I've always heard is that he never really like describes it.
Yeah,
like literally.
he might keep
He's
some
always like, oh, the
detail.
terror was so horrific.
Right.
For words. Like there's always like ambiguous.
Yeah, there's like, especially for this, because I believe that the color basically, it's not, it's canon, but I don't think it really has a relation to actually the Cthulhu stuff. It might be part of like the same realm, but I don't think it was like birthed by Cthulhu or that kind of thing. I think it's kind of maybe its own entity.
Right.
I might be completely wrong. I haven't read enough about it, but that, from what I think, that's where I would go with it. So to me, it's just like it's its own kind of thing.
I didn't mind Tommy Chong being in it.
That was kind of cool.
I saw his name in the credits. I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah, I thought,
And then, like his character was like, oh, yeah, I'm okay with this.
He wouldn't go. It wasn't like over the top stoner guy. He was like, it was.
So let me ask you guys, do you think the purple smoke or whatever the life form is, do you think I feel I'm on trial. So do you think this life form causes aggression a la like the purple goo from Ghostbusters 2?
Slime! It's a river of slime!
Oh, I didn't interpret it that way.
Because like
Brandon?
I noticed it especially in Nick Cage where like he would, even the mom, where they would have these moments of getting super aggressive.
It was because remember the part when Tommy Chong was talking about opposites?
Yes.
How it was. What's out
outside
is
is now
in.
in.
Yes,
And
yes, yeah.
That's what I interpreted. So they've always had the anger in them. But whatever this
Or
purple
maybe-
goop is, or maybe it wasn't in them, but the anger, the color is turning who they are opposit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Because a family who loved each other now hates each other.
Exactly. And the
Sure,
part where the mom and remember the part with the mom and the kid, she went to grab him and there's the fusion.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
To me, that was
They also got fucking hit by lightning or whatever, but
the opposite. Instead of giving birth,
Yeah.
she's reabsorbing
Right.
the child back into
Right.
her, you know? So that's the color basically just turns what it is into what it shouldn't be.
Speaking of kids,
Oh, dude. Go ahead. I think I know what you're going to say.
the boys have the worst haircuts in the world.
Yes.
Very helmet hair.
Lego
Yeah,
head.
Lego head.
Lego head.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the little kid.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a common theme in all the movies that we watch.
Yeah.
I don't like kid actors. Yeah, the little kid was kind of annoying.
Then the close up of that little kid. Remember that? Like, they did like 3 close-ups of like little kid's face.
Oh,
and it's like, it was like boom, like,
Yes.
boom. And I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah. The girl was all right, kind of angsty.
Yeah,
But she was a
well,
teenager.
exactly. I even have that. I'm like sulking and brooding. Oh no, as
Yeah.
a teenager, exactly. Now, what got me though was that kind of the beginning-ish when she's on her bed sleeping.
Yes.
And she has like 3 like plates on her bed,
Yes.
like books.
That
I'm like,
drove me nuts.
I'm like, how were you able to lay?
She had what looked like a saucer and a cup of coffee.
Right.
I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
It was like right next to her foot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know she's gonna kick that shit over.
Right.
And then there's a plate of what looked like toast and jam or jelly.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
I was
Yes.
like, oh,
Yeah.
the crumbs in the bed and
Well, it was black metal though.
yes. And I enjoyed the water
was it
foreshadowing.
actually black metal or just metal?
Oh, black metal. Because I looked because it was actually in the credits. 'Cause
Oh.
one of them, I knew one of them was Mayhem,
Oh.
and then the other one was Burzum. This other band, Wormwitch, who I listened to at the gym today,
Nice.
and then Altar of Plagues was the other one.
Oh, which I feel like that's come up on Spotify for me.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it's interesting that you say that because I'm also on the fence about this movie, but it's because I hate the first half like the second half.
Oh,
And that's mainly
really funny.
because I hated the dialogue in the beginning.
The writing wasn't very
It
good.
wasn't good at all.
I feel like the
wasn't
mom
good.
wasn't a good actress.
And she
I
has
agree with
been
that.
in a lot of
What
stuff.
she,
I recognize her. I can't recall what she's been in, but I recognize the face, you know?
yeah.
I can't recall what the other things she's been in, but she's been in a ton, I'm sure.
It's just, it sounds like a screenwriter writing dialogue. Because like
Yeah.
when the audience sees the brother for the first time, he's like smoking pot in a barn.
Yeah.
Right.
He's with his dog, whatever.
Yes.
And like the daughter catches him.
Yes.
So the son, the brother's name is Benny, and the dog's name is Sam.
Yes.
And the daughter says out loud, "Oh, there's Sam, Benny's partner in crime."
Right.
Nick,
Yeah.
Why would she say that to Benny? Like,
Right.
no one talks that way.
Right. Yeah. I like the screenwriter doing it, like almost not letting the visual tell the story.
Yes.
Kind of just being like this is happening now and this happens here. It's like it was almost too
Everything's like spoon-fed.
Yeah.
I guess the thing that bugged me was the hydrologist.
Yes.
How it's everyone's going to him for answers, even though it has nothing to do with his field.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because this meteorite crashes into their backyard, and everyone's they're like, what is this? What is this? And like, what do you think, Wilbur? He's like, oh, it looks like a meteorite. It's like, oh, meteorite. And I'm like,
So the reason that is because that's how it is in the story, because the story actually takes place in like early 1900s. So instead of it being a town,
The story was written in March 1927.
yeah. So instead, it's almost like it's like a little village, like you
Right.
see. It wouldn't have plumbing, and the farm. It was out in the woods, like how it is in this. But it was like horses going to the farm and stuff, and
Right.
it was like that. So that was the expert because he was from Arkham. Arkham is basically, and from my understanding, Arkham is New York City.
New York City.
Yeah.
Do I make you nervous?
I did. I just like, what was I saying? Oh God, I should just laugh. Arkham is like New York City, and that's like where like Miskatonic University is. Like it's
Right.
the whole like world of like where is centered out
But
of
then
there.
later on, like when he's coming out of that one building,
So
and they're like, hey, like there's something fucked up in the back of this truck.
Yeah.
Wilbur, what do you
Right.
think it is?
No.
Like,
okay, so imagine you're a college educated guy,
Okay.
or not even college. You just are intelligent. And you're going to a small town, and everyone knows that you have this expertise in something, and no one else in the village has any. They're just farmers. No matter what, they're going to come to you because you're the one that has the intelligence.
dumb.
Of course it is, but that's how it
get it,
was.
but yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's, and I wonder if it's because of the fact that they keep on at the very beginning, they keep on bringing up the fact that he's a hydrologist or whatever.
Yeah.
And now they don't just say like, oh, he's a scientist.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, I specialize in water.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this fucked up animal?
Right.
Like,
hey, do you know about radiation burns?
Yeah. No, I get it. It's for a movie, that's trying to be set during this time. It doesn't make any sense. But if it was set probably in 1927, it might make a little bit more sense because this is the college guy coming to your sleepy little village that doesn't have any cars or anything, just horses. And all you know how to do is plant potatoes. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're going to look at this guy and be like, oh, yeah, this is Mr. Genius, man.
Yeah.
And you're going to ask him anything. It doesn't matter what he is. He's the one with the education.
Right. Yeah.
So
When you said potatoes,
it
made me think of French fries. And then it made me think about this documentary I watched about this massacre that happened at a McDonald's.
What was it called?
exciting.
77 minutes.
I too watched that. Why did you watch it?
Massacres.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Where did it take place?
Did you listen to the stuff you should know?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. That makes sense.
I couldn't finish it because it was so
Yeah, that director is a
terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Oh,
Because
that
it's
stinks.
like this guy. It's this guy. It must be like his first documentary, probably only documentary that he ever did.
Yeah.
So it's like this one gunman went into this McDonald's near San Diego, and he just he killed 21 people, shot off 250 rounds.
Okay. My first question is,
Yes.
there were 21 people in a McDonald's?
it was during the 80s when they still had playgrounds and stuff.
Okay, that makes more sense because I'm just like, no, I don't see anyone really in a McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
It's pretty good except for the interviews because he's interviewing the head SWAT guy and he goes, it's my understanding that your beeper wasn't working that day. Do you think that could have prevented some time? And the guy's like, no.
Well, that's not really you're not supposed to do that for a documentary. You don't it's not a probing thing. You're
You can tell he was trying to.
He was, he was trying to uncover something, and then he talks like this other guy on the police force. He's like, isn't it true you went to the wrong McDonald's? He's like, yeah. Well, they made the call to this one McDonald's, but it was actually one a couple minutes away. He's like, so do you think you could have prevented something if you went to the right one originally? And he's like, what the what do you?
Right.
It's a lot of really stupid.
wow.
Then it's a lot of yeah, I don't know. He was just Captain Hindsight.
Well, do you think he's one of those
He's
yeah, because I think he asked the one sniper. He's like,
Yeah.
well, why didn't you just shoot him? He's like, we didn't know how many shooters there were.
But also,
Right,
yeah, he's just he's like, okay, it's at sunset, the type of glass that they had, and all the glass was spider webbing, so you couldn't have a clear shot. He's giving him all the answers. He's like, so you're saying you could have taken the shot? And he's
Oh my
it was so frustrating.
Yeah.
I had to I don't know. But potatoes. Speaking of potatoes, tomatoes.
Yes. See that part?
Wait, what?
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you wanted to talk about him.
I do because we're so close to having a really good Nick Cage spaz out in this movie.
And that wasn't bad.
That was probably the best one.
Yeah.
Which the tomatoes?
Yeah,
Slam dunk.
did everything I was supposed to do. I followed every fucking rule in the book. In the end, they still fucking taste like shit. You know what? Fuck that. Okay, coming up. You know what? Okay, stop it. Stop it. Slam dunk.
The tomato was my second favorite aggression.
What was your first one?
When he was trying to start the car.
That one was pretty good.
You fucking cocksucker. You cocksucker. You cocksucker. Ah, 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 ah,
Accent he does.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, what is happening?
Get the fuck out of my life.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's borderline a Trump impression.
Yeah,
It's kinda weird.
Yeah, I'd say the last movie where he had some pretty good freakouts was that Mom and Dad.
Yes.
That was good. So for freakouts, I say this wasn't bad. It's not a vampire's kiss, but out of his recent ones, this is a good one.
Right.
This is a good one. Yeah. And he's like that cancer smell.
That was, oh my God.
And then the kid's like, like we pop a grandpa or like something like I didn't think grandpa was dead or what was that?
Yeah, no, because the kid knows that the grandpa's dead, but he's asking about the dog.
Oh,
he's like, is Sam with grandpa? And like,
that's right.
But yeah, because like for those who haven't watched it yet, the mom, like, she's been diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
And then, like, he's, like, talking about this smell. And he goes, that smells like the fucking cancer ward. You know what that would smell like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
I know. That was, that was brutal. Dude, when the mom is just cutting carrots.
Oh, that was.
And they cut to, like, her hand, like, 3 times.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're waiting.
Yeah.
And it's like, if it would have happened right away, it would have been like, oh, okay.
Right.
But because they did it so much, you're like, okay, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't. Oh, God, it's going to happen. Oh, okay. And then when it does, and then she still doesn't scream.
Yeah.
Dinner's ready.
That made me laugh.
I was
Dinner's
like, God. And the little kid's like, Mommy hurt herself. And I'm like, God, when are you going to die?
Yeah, that, so when the mom and the son kind of, like, melt into each other. That was pretty cool looking. It was very unsettling.
Yes.
Like my stomach was kind of upset.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's really fucked up.
And I don't remember if that was in the story. I remember the mom.
Yeah, I don't know if it was.
Yeah, because I know that the mom definitely was the first to be because in the story it was in the attic by herself. That was exactly what's and in the well there was the kid in the well and how Nick Cage was sitting. Right. That's the story. They walk in and the dad's sitting there and the dad says, oh, she's up in her room. Kind of is what he says that. So another freak out that was right is when the alpacas. When he killed the amorphous blob of alpaca. I liked that they didn't just show the monster. They were doing like close-ups of like gross here, so it didn't get, and then all of a sudden you saw what it really looked like, and it was like, oh, that's what it is. So I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah, I really don't have too many more notes. The one thing that was really cool to me was at the ending, though, after the house blows up and stuff like that. So the movie, for especially in the middle section where it's super colorful, but then after, so like when shit blows up, he's like in the cellar, everything's white.
Yeah.
The absence of color.
Yeah,
so I thought that was really, really cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. Another thing, so when he was getting, the reporter was there asking him questions.
Yes.
Amateur farmer, bourbon connoisseur.
Yes.
It was so great. His hair's like all blown out. He's like the ancient aliens guy. That's what I thought of. Yeah.
That was actually really good.
Yeah, that was good.
He's just like, oh, what did he tell me?
Yeah, right, yeah.
And he's like, he keeps like itching his head and stuff. Oh, fuck.
And I really enjoy. I thought they did a good job showing the family as like a really good unit. Like they were a good family at the beginning, and then the breakdown of the family throughout the movie. Like, but even at the end, they were still like the brother and sister, like, don't go in the well. And that was like the kids going in the well, like, oh, idiot. But yeah, it was really, they did a really good job with that. Like they didn't really have to write it. They just, the way it was just worked out. I really enjoyed that.
So what genre of film would you say this is?
I thought about that.
It's almost a horror.
I would go horror.
It's supposed to be there's a term for it. It's like cosmic horror or something like that. Like Event Horizon. Have you guys seen that? No. That's okay. That's a good one you guys should see. But it's basically it's out in space.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space.
Anything else before I go into trivia? Okay. Same producers of Mandy.
It had that look.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Sense.
Yeah.
It was directed by Richard Stanley, and this was his first feature film in more than 20 years since the infamous The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, that was with
Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you never saw that.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How did this get made? Covered it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both Nicolas Cage and Richard Stanley at one point of their life went into a search. That doesn't make sense. Basically, both of them at some point in their lives search for the Holy Grail.
Wait, Nick Cage actually went to go look for it?
Yeah.
Not like National Treasure.
No, like in real life.
How do you even...
The Knights Templar is a big starting point. I've watched a lot of History Channel and documentary. The Knights Templar. Supposedly they were the last ones, and then it got moved, and there's some French connection. It's
You come. My strength has left me. You're just strange for a night.
Yes.
It was him, Indy.
Your other hand, honey, I can't hold you.
Junior, let it go.
We don't even need to watch it.
Yeah.
We just act it out.
Oh, it's the best one.
It's that was Last Crusade, and that was was that the third one?
That's the third one, yeah.
It was like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, Crusade, and then that one doesn't count.
You got it.
Richard Stanley's favorite Nick Cage movie is Vampire's Kiss. He asked Nicolas Cage to use the same style of performance.
Did he have that accent in Vampire's Kiss?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Just because I remember him like trying to get the bat out. Shoo.
Yeah, maybe he went back and looked there. He's like, I got to do more of that.
Nicolas Cage always wanted to make a Lovecraft adaptation as tribute to his dad, who was a big fan of Lovecraft.
That's great. Yeah, because there's the movies that have been made about Lovecraft.
Not good.
Not good. I think the only one that's decent is I think it's Into the Mouth of Madness. It had the guy from Jurassic Park, the doctor.
Sam Neill?
Yeah, he was in it. I'm pretty sure Sam Neill was in it. I remember enjoying that. But because, like I said, because it was Lovecraft, so it might be a stinker, but I enjoyed it. So
budget for this was $6 million.
Oh, it's not very much.
wow.
Yeah. Considering how much like CG and stuff there was,
Yeah.
looks pretty good for that much. Huh.
It popped in my head again about at the end where Nick Cage is sitting there and like he starts talking, but it's the daughter's voice.
Yes.
And then you see like the silhouette of like the whole family on the couch. I'm like,
Yeah.
I loved it. It
Sitting
was
in descending height.
Yeah, exactly. It was, So,
that's all I have for trivia notes. Brand, do you, now that we've talked about it, do you still recommend Color Out of Space?
Yep.
Brian, do you still, do you lean any more?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go towards no.
No?
Yeah.
If you're a Lovecraft, you can't be like, this is not Lovecraft. It is, but it isn't. You can't go in expecting the Lovecraft story because this isn't really it's not written like that, But if you're a Nick Cage and Lovecraft fan, I think it's not bad to watch.
Christopher, do you think this is a movie you're supposed to watch while high?
Oh, it'd be great.
Oh, I'm sure it would be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's colorful.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of on the fence. Just like I said, the beginning is kind of rough in terms of dialogue and stuff. But like the second half, I enjoy.
I'd watch it again.
And the beer. Brand, how you feel about the beer?
This is really good. I really enjoy it. I would give this a 4. I think it's very tasty.
I concur. I would also give it a 4. A little. It's very boozy.
Yeah.
But solid nonetheless.
Yeah.
Very complex. I'm going to give it a 4.
I'd probably do like a 3.5.
Man. You're so hard to please. I love it. I love it. It's great.
How did we end it?
I gotta pee.
Oh.
Yeah. If you like Nick Cage and horrible great movies from the Cannon Group films, then like, comment, and subscribe for Nick Uncaged podcast.